Hey crypto fans, my name is Garrett and hey, welcome to Altcoin Radar. Today guys, I'm going to show you guys how you can easily make $100 a day from trading cryptocurrency simply with Coinbase Pro and TradingView. So guys, if you're brand new to the channel and you enjoy the content that I create or you think you might enjoy the content that I create, then go ahead and make sure to subscribe to the channel guys and give this video a thumbs up because it helps me out and why not, right? And also guys, go ahead and feel free to follow me here on Twitter as well. You can find the link to it in the description below this video. I like to talk about altcoins, NFTs, day trading strategies, all kinds of good crypto stuff on a daily basis. So if you guys are into that sort of thing, you might as well go ahead and give me a follow. All right, guys, so before I really dive deep into this video, the very first thing that I want to start off with here is obviously nothing in this video is financial advice. I am literally doing this as, you know, an educational type thing or just an informational type thing. So this is definitely not financial advice, and I'm definitely not guaranteeing anything in this video whatsoever either, okay? So guys, as far as trading goes, you know, the way to make $100 a day, you know, I'm just going to come out and be really straightforward here and very honest with you guys. You know, you are going to need to be trading with at least $2,500 in order to make this a viable option, okay? You're not going to be able to trade and make $100 a day with a starting capital of, you know, $750 or something like that. I mean, you can, but it's going to take you a lot longer and you're going to have to make some pretty solid daily gains on a daily basis. But if you really want to, you know, start out at a good solid comfort level, you're going to need to be trading with at least $2,500, okay? That's just minimum. That's usually what I try to do, and it's very easy to do. So guys, I've got some dummy accounts set up here, and I'm going to show you pretty much exactly what I do. Now here's the thing here, you guys. I also want to talk about risk, okay? Here's the thing, all right? There is a lot of risk with day trading, okay? And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I do not day trade on a regular basis, okay? I don't. I mean, it's not for me. The only time that I would suggest day trading is either if you've got you know, extra capital to screw around with and play around with, or you want to try to pay your monthly bills with your profits that you make or something like that, and you're trying to turn it into a full-time thing. But realistically here, you guys, you know, day trading is very, very, very extremely risky, okay? Like I just said, don't do it if you truly can't afford it, because I'm guaranteeing you, you will lose quite a bit. You definitely will. I mean, you're not going to win every single time, but you will win. So guys, all right, here we're going to go, okay? As far as risks go, that's, you know, pretty much the biggest risk is, you know, obviously the fact of, you know, possibly losing all your money. But realistically here, you should have no problem being able to make $100 a day if you're starting out with $2,500, you guys. So guys, here's what I'm going to do, all right? So I'm going to show you the tools that I use. Obviously, this is for Coinbase Pro and TradingView. So the very first thing that you guys want to do here, you guys, is you want to go ahead and you want to open a tab for TradingView, okay? Now it's going to look like this, all right? Obviously, you know, make an account. Go ahead and make an account, whatever. And then what you want to do is you are going to have all kinds of different coins here, or not coins. I think they're probably stocks when you start out with. When you start with a new account, I think they're all stocks on the right-hand side or something like that. I don't remember what's over here. But you want to pretty much go ahead and click the X button on all of them and delete them all, okay? You're not going to be needing those whatsoever. Obviously, we're doing this with crypto, so... now guys, the next thing that I want to talk about here is once you're at that point and you've got TradingView up, it's literally just tradingview.com. You literally just make an account, set it up, and then what you want to do, you guys, is, so we're probably wondering now, what coins do you put in the right hand side? Because I've got a whole bunch of coins here and whatnot. Now here's the thing. For trading like this and to try to make $100 a day every single day, it requires certain types of coins, okay? You're not going to sit here and try to trade, you're not going to try to trade Jasmy coin or DNT or OMG or something like that on a regular basis, okay? That's just not realistic. That's really not going to happen, all right? Because, you know, the volatility in these coins, that's the whole point here. You got to make sure you're picking coins that are volatile and they have a very high volume at all times, okay, guys? That is the very biggest key thing here. And I'll show you how I do that. I'll show you exactly what I do and why I do it, okay? So you've got TradingView, right? Now, what you want to do is to figure out what coins that you want to add to be able to watch and to be able to figure out which coins that you want to trade. You're going to go to CoinMarketCap, okay? So you go to coinmarketcap.com, all right? And we're going to scroll down to the rankings, okay? So what I personally do, you can do whatever the heck you guys want. I don't care what coins you trade, okay? I'm not telling you what coins you should trade, or sorry, I am. I realistically am. But I'm not telling you that, you know, that you quote unquote need to trade specific coins. But I mean, you can trade any coin you want, but I mean, they're going to be very risky if you choose out of the section that I'm, you know, telling you about here. When I trade like this, you guys, I'm only choosing coins. The only coins that I'm trading on a regular basis, or when I am trading, are coins that are within the top 30 here on CoinMarketCap. And now, guys, the reason why I only trade the top 30, or the current top 30, is simply because they are pretty much guaranteed to have plenty of volume to be able to trade, okay? These top 30 coins, they're going to have the most possibilities for, you know, the biggest daily swings to be able to make at least, you know, good solid small percentages on a daily basis. And you'll see that when we get into the charts in a little bit here. So guys, that's what you're going to do. And then what you're going to do is, so obviously you're going to look and see which coins are all here, obviously. Then you want to make sure that, you know, these coins are, you know, whichever one of these coins are accepted on Coinbase, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to go back to TradingView, okay? And then you're going to click up here. You've got this little plus icon for your watch list for this list down here. You're going to click this button, okay? Add symbol. And what you're going to do, you guys, is you're literally going to go to, for instance, I use Coinbase, okay? And this video is all about Coinbase, okay? So we only want to be adding coins that you can trade on Coinbase, all right? So what you're going to do is you are going to simply, where yours is at, it should be on all, I think. What you're going to do is you're going to click on, let's see here, how can I get this? Okay, so this is what it probably looks like right now for you, or something like this. What you want to do is you want to click on crypto, okay? Click on crypto, and then you want to click on this button right here that says select sources, and you want to type in Coinbase, okay? So you type in Coinbase and you just click it. And now it's going to populate with all the different coins that are available on Coinbase, okay? Now you're going to go through this list and you're going to add all of these top 30 coins on here, okay? And what you're going to do, so obviously Ethereum is on there, so you're going to see Ethereum right here, and you're literally just going to click it, okay? And it will add over into your list over here, okay? And it's literally just as simple as that. So now that you've got all of your coins listed on your right hand side, all of your, you know, potential trading coins, now what we can do is now we can actively start looking for, you know, good possible potential positions. But before you need to do that, you obviously need to get a Coinbase account. So, you know, obviously, I mean, you know, whether you do or don't have a Coinbase account already, that's what you're going to do. So you're going to go to Coinbase. You need to get a Coinbase account, all right? Now, I'm not the type that's going to try to shill my affiliate links or anything like that, so don't worry. I don't care how you sign up for Coinbase or anything like that. You know, whatever, go ahead, sign up for Coinbase. And then what you're going to do, you guys, is then you need to go to Coinbase Pro, okay? Now, Coinbase Pro is pretty much it's a cryptocurrency exchange that's more advanced and easier to use, and fees are a lot cheaper and stuff like that. But pretty much you're just going to go to pro.coinbase.com, and it's going to come up, and you are pretty much going to look like this, okay? So this is what Coinbase Pro looks like, okay? You're going to be in here, and this is what it's going to look like, all right? Now, you don't really, this video isn't really about Coinbase Pro, okay? You'll see in a little bit here, you know, exactly what we're going to do next. So I'll show you. Let's see here. All right, guys, so here's what we're going to do. All right, so you've got your coins in here, so I no longer need this. So you've got your coins in here, and what you're going to do next is now we want to be able to figure out which coins to be able to trade. What I usually do here is, and I don't know if anything's going to be open right now, but it was earlier, and I'm glad I marked it. So Zcash, obviously we want to see where it says change right here, change percentage. What I'm looking for, you guys, is since we already have high volume coins over here and we already know that they are going to be volatile and they're going to be moving because they are high volume, you want to be looking at the change percentage and see which one has the current highest change that's in the green, I guess you could say. So right now we're looking at Zcash, okay? And usually this is usually how I look into seeing what I, want to trade. Usually the ones that are already in the green, or the ones that are currently in the green, that are, have already made a little bit of moves. Usually they've got a tiny bit of steam left in them, but some of them don't, and that's why we add the other top 30 in here as well. But basically what I do is the very beginning is I look for coins that don't, or that are already in the green, or they have the highest change percentage whatsoever. So we're going to click on Zcash, okay? So I'm not actually going to click on it. I'm actually going to exit out and go to my other chart here, and we're going to go to Zcash, okay? So this is Zcash, all right? Now, depending on where your time frame is, you want to change the time frame, because with day trading, usually it's best, when you're trying to day trade, usually it's best to use the 15-minute chart. Some people like to use the 1-hour chart. Other people like to use the 30-minute. I personally like to use 15 minutes because you can still see, where the trends are, and you can still get an idea for, what's going to be happening here. So guys, here's pretty much what I do. All right, now that you're in your chart, you've got it set to 15 minutes. We're on a good coin that might be making some moves. What you need to do now is you need some indicators. Okay, now these are indicators. Okay, they are not holy grails or anything like that. They're not going to tell you when to buy or anything like that. They're simply just tools to help you to be able to decipher when you personally think is the best time to buy, okay? And that's the best way I can explain it. There's a lot more to them, and you can do your own research into these different indicators as well. But the first one is called RSI, okay? So what you want to do is you want to go to indicators right up here. So indicators, and what you're going to do is in the search box, guys, you're going to type in RSI, okay? Now RSI stands for Relative Strength Index, okay? So what you're going to do is if you don't see any that just says RSI, look for something that says Relative Strength Index, like right here, okay? And you're literally just going to click it, and it's going to come up like this, probably not with a pink background. That's just how I do things. And you want to, make it, what you want to do next is you want to come down here and you want to click the gear icon or the settings, okay? So you'll click settings, and now guys, you want to make sure that this upper band here in the style part, you want to make sure that the upper band is set at 70 and the lower band is set at 30, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. So, all right guys, so you got 70 and 30, all right? And that correlates to right here. So the very top of that band right here is at the 70 mark, okay? Which is right here and right on here. And then the bottom is 30, which is right here, okay? So, the next one you want to get, you guys, is called MACD, okay? So you're going to go here and you're back into the indicators, and you're going to type in MACD, which is Moving Average Convergence Divergence, okay? So literally, if it's right here, you'll just click it, and it's going to come up something like this, okay? Now, these settings, you want to make sure, I'm pretty sure the settings are pretty much by default the same, but for fast length, you want 12, slow length, you want 26, signal smoothing, just keep it at 9 if it's already at 9. And then, obviously, you can change the colors to however you want, whatever, make it, customize it to whatever your liking is. But realistically, this is what it should look like. So, guys, now that you've got everything set in place and everything where you need it to be, you are literally ready to trade and start potentially trying to make $100 a day. Okay, guys? Now, again, let me reiterate here. You will not be able to do this on a daily basis. If you try to do this on a regular every single day basis, you will end up losing money, okay? Because here's the thing. This strategy that I'm about to show you is not, it's not guaranteed. Just like anything in crypto, nothing is guaranteed. It is not going to work 100% of the time, okay? And, realistically, I'm going to tell you that and be honest with you because, I'm not a moon boy, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you that this is your way that you can make $1 billion or something like that. That's not realistic, you guys. So realistically here, it's not going to work every single time, okay? So that's the thing. But if you do want to take your chance and you like to gamble, then hey, this is a good chance for you. So guys, just to give you some good examples of how I do things, okay? So with the RSI, for instance, the reason why we chose the top for 70 and the bottom for 30 is simply because, so RSI has a lot to do with supply and demand, okay? It's got a lot to do with supply and demand, and it also has a lot to do with what do you call it? How strong the market currently is as far as, volume goes, and how much people are currently buying and stuff like that, okay? So obviously when this line reaches all the way, to 70 or above, then we can go ahead and consider that the current market, or the market in the 15-minute time frame, is currently in a pretty much an overbought territory, okay? Which means this thing needs to start, going down a little bit to pretty much, it needs to cool down, pretty much. That's pretty much the gist of it, without getting too technical. And the same thing is true for when it's set at 30. When it goes down below 30, it's oversold, and that's technically usually a good indicator of, it's going to start going up a little bit. So realistically, that's kind of what these two lines mean. 70 means oversold, or sorry, 70 means overbought. 30 means it's oversold, okay? Now, MACD is, there's a lot. I like to personally use MACD because I like to use MACD for as a volume indicator, okay? Now, you can use a regular volume indicator, but I like to use MACD for a volume indicator because it helps me with trading, and the lines, I love the lines because the line, when the lines cross, they're money makers. They really are, and I'm going to show you that in a bit here. So, guys, now that we're done with all that mumbo jumbo crap and we've set everything up, we've got everything set up here, now we want to make some money, okay? And did a couple trades earlier. And they were successful, and I made some profits, and it serves as a perfect example, okay? So guys, here's what happens, all right? Now, as far as finding a good buy-in, so I bought back here. So back here, when you look at this, when you look at the MACD down here, where the buy is, when you look at the MACD, I bought when these lines crossed, okay? Usually when these lines cross, obviously you can see that the red means, bad. Red means red means things are going down. Green means things are going up, just like your typical stoplights at when you're driving a car, right? Red is bad, green is good. So when these lines start to cross over into the green, and the green starts to go up and people start buying. So when the green bars are like that, that means, when the bars are green, it means people are currently buying. A lot of people are starting to buy, and it's starting to, push the asset upwards pretty much. When it crosses over to red, it means things are turning bearish and people are starting to sell, and the coin is starting to correct itself into a more stable territory. So guys, that is pretty much what that means. And so pretty much you want to buy when these red candles start getting smaller and smaller and smaller, okay? Or when the green bars start to show up and they start getting bigger and bigger and bigger, okay guys? And that's pretty much when you can easily tell when to buy, and that's usually when I buy, and it's been working great for me ever since I started doing things like that, and I've never had any issues whatsoever. So here's a good example, okay? Buy in right here. As you can see, the lines crossed and it changed from red to green, all right? Now, this will not work every time, and I'll show you an example of that in a little bit, but most of the time it will. So obviously right here, you would have bought at let's see here, pretty much 154, okay? So we are going to go to the percentage gain calculator, which would be convertalot.com, and we are going to put in these numbers, okay? So what was that number? So that number was 154. So $154 is what we bought in at. $154, all right? And we would have sold. So now when you sell, usually guys, the point that I like to sell is when see these bars right here, the green bars behind here. Now, the green bars, when they start to, obviously the dark green means that, there's a lot of people buying still. When they start turning to lighter green, it means that it's starting to lose momentum and it's starting to go downhill, okay? So I usually sell when that first green bar, usually at the first lighter green bar or the second lighter green bar. There's usually two in a row, that's usually a good indicator that it's time to sell, okay? But I usually sell just because I like to be safe rather than sorry and secure my profits. I usually like to sell, right at the first green, the first lighter green bar when things start to go down a little bit. So if we were to do that, you guys, you would pretty much be selling at right here, which would be 159.5, okay? So you'd be selling at 159.5, all right? Now keep in mind here, you guys, this one trade would have happened within a matter of, let's see here, 21:30 on the 23rd. So between 21:30 and 23. So this one trade literally would have happened in just 2 hours, okay? So this is what you would have made in 2 hours just from that one trade, all right? So you would have made a 3.57% profit, okay? Which a 3.5%, 3.5% profit is pretty darn good. I mean, it really is. I mean, people would go nuts for that, those kind of profit, those kinds of daily profits in the stock market all day long. But that just doesn't happen over there as often. So for it to happen in the crypto market on a daily basis is truly a blessing. So guys, let's do the math here, all right? So again, you're starting with 2,500 bucks, okay? So you got 2,500 bucks. We're gonna go ahead and multiply it by $3.57%, so 0.0357, and you are going to come out with, you just made $89 on that trade, okay? Minus fees, you might have made probably 80 bucks, okay? So let's just say you made $80 on that trade, okay? And so you just did that in a matter of 2 hours, okay? It only took you 2 hours to make that profit, all right? So we got 80 bucks. But you still haven't made it to your your $100 mark yet. So, look what we have again. Check it out. The same day that you sold, or pretty much the same day, you have another opportunity here, okay? Which is pretty much the same thing, Again, the lines cross right here. You buy in right there. And let's see here. You would have bought at about 156.5, okay? So you buy in at 156.5. And let's see when you would have sold. Where's the lines? So let's see here. You would have sold at roughly, let's see here. That first green bar, the second one, I probably would have sold like right there. So probably 160.9. Okay. So 160.9. All right. And calculate gain. You got a 2.81% gain. All right. So you got $2,500. Times 0.0281, and you've got a $70 gain, okay? Minus fees, you're probably looking at maybe, I don't know, maybe a $60 gain. So 60 plus 80, it's 140 bucks, okay? The 140 bucks that you made in roughly 24 to 30 hours, okay? That's really not that bad. And realistically here, you guys, you're starting out with 2,500 bucks, and that 2,500 bucks is going to add more and more as time goes on. And you're going to, because you're going to be, you're going to be trading with those profits as well. So instead of trading with, you made 140 bucks. So instead of trading with $2,500 the next time, or, the next day, you're really going to be trading with $2,640 the next day. So it's going to get easier and easier to make that $100 a day the more or the longer you keep doing it. And the same is true with if you're starting out with, or if you're starting to trade with pretty much any principal at all, really. So it really doesn't really matter, honestly. But overall, you guys, I mean, that's really the gist of things. I mean, that's really as simple as that. Zcash was a very good example that I wanted to show you. QNT was another pretty solid example that happened literally today, the day that I'm filming this. Again, you could have bought down here. Obviously, we see this again right when the lines cross. Solid buying opportunity, guys, right here. Lines cross right here. Boom. Buy at 107.8. 107.8, and you sell, let's see, on this first lime green, or first lighter green bar. First lighter green bar, you're selling right there at 111.76, okay? 111.76, and let's see here. Well, whoops, wrong number. There we go. 111.76. You just made another 3.67%. So, let's see here. Let's say it's the next day, and you're starting with 2640 now. Now you got, multiply that by 0.0367. And guys, I mean, you just made $96.88 on that one trade. So realistically here, you guys, it's really not that hard. You can really do it. But again, guys, it's extremely, extremely risky, okay? You will not get opportunities like this on a daily basis. It's just not going to happen on a daily basis. And me personally, just because I'm a very transparent type of dude, I don't trade like this. I just don't. I don't have time for it. I like to personally trade. I personally trade the daily charts. As you guys can see here, my BTC chart for, sorry, let me go to the wrong one. My BTC chart, for the daily, obviously. I mean, obviously you can see I trade the daily chart, That's my cream of the crop. That's normally what I'm trading on a regular basis, is the daily charts. Riding these swings up and down from bottom to top, bottom to top, bottom to top, bottom to top. you know? So, and obviously this one looks like it's about to possibly go down and take a dump again. So that's why I have not bought in right here, because you will have times like this where it will look like, and this is actually a good learning opportunity. Actually, this I'm glad I came back to this chart, because this is a good learning opportunity. All right, so here we go. All right, as you can see here, this looks like it may have been a good buying opportunity because it looks like it's about to switch, and this is why it's very, very important to wait. Wait until the lines cross. You need to wait until the lines cross before you buy in, okay? Wait till the lines cross, and you got to wait until you get that confirmation of that very first green, the first green bar, I guess you could say. And that's when it's technically a good solid time to buy in, you guys. But if, I mean, again, that, because here's the thing, you know, most people would have bought in right here thinking that it might, you know, it might switch over to green in the next daily candle, but it never happens, and it actually turns red instead. And then you're in a predicament like this where, oh crap, you just lost a little bit of money because you were too impatient and didn't wait. So yeah, guys, that's a good solid learning opportunity, I feel like. So, but guys, overall, I mean, that's pretty much the general gist of things. And pretty much you're going to do all of this through Coinbase Pro. I mean, you're literally going to do all of it through Coinbase Pro. When you find a time to buy in, I mean, you find a time to buy in, and you know, you're going to go to limit, and you're going to enter the amount that you want to buy in at, and you're pretty much going to, you know, obviously, everybody knows how to use a cryptocurrency exchange. I mean, it's just like any other exchange. You put in the amount that you want to buy, or, you know, the price that you want to buy at, and then there's going to be a button that says max to use all of your, you know, all of your money that you've got in there to trade with, and you're just going to click buy, you know, place buy order. But it's got to be, you got to make sure it's on limit. Don't do a market buy. It's never fun to do market buys. So yeah, guys, it's pretty much that simple. It really is. But if you guys have any questions about it, for, you know, about this whatsoever, you know, hey guys, I'm always available on Twitter. I mean, I really am, all day, every single day. Feel free to reach out to me on Twitter. I don't mind whatsoever. I love helping people, and that's the whole reason why I have this channel. I was a beginner once, so I know how it, you know, I know how it was being a beginner. It sucked. So, you know, if I can help somebody out, that makes me feel really good, you guys. So again, if you have any issues or whatever, feel free to contact me. Other than that, you guys, that pretty much does it for this video. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. But again, guys, before you guys leave, don't forget to follow me on Twitter here with the link in the video description down below. And also, guys, if you haven't already, go ahead and take a minute to subscribe to my channel so that you never miss a new crypto and altcoin video from me on a regular basis. And hey, guys, with that said, thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my future videos or chatting with me here on Twitter.